What are your thoughts on the insurance companies canceling all these homeowners policies a year ago?
This is going to create a ripple effect of devastation that goes far beyond the loss of life and buildings and residences, because this ripple is going to keep impacting both the people who think that they have insurance and they're actually underinsured, which is going to be one of the biggest problems that we see, as well as the skyrocketing insurance premiums that are going to happen because of the just catastrophic loss that there's just no surplus to cover this.
And the timing on this in particular seems absolutely horrible. It's actually fueling like some conspiracy theories that are totally unfounded out there, but it does have people up in arms and it is causing a lot of confusion. Is there any recourse for people that, got dropped possibly in the last couple of months before this happens, or is that just the nature of the insurance industry right now?
Well, I'm CEO of an insurance company, but when I put on my lawyer hat, we're going to see tons of lawsuits. And whether or not they're winnable lawsuits or not, that's what we're going to see. And one of the fallouts here that I don't hear a lot of people talking about is the underinsurance. So there's people that were dropped that didn't even get new insurance. That's a problem in and of itself. Then there's a lot of people that went into the state system or got other coverage and they're underinsured, but they don't realize that they are. They think that they have replacement cost that is going to cover the cost of rebuilding their home. And it's just not true for a variety of reasons. Everything from they undervalued their house, or their insurance broker undervalued the house, or regulations changed. And so the valuation when the house was originally built are completely different in the cost to rebuild it, while tens of thousands of other people are trying to rebuild at the same time, where you're not going to be able to find labor, you're not going to be able the skyrocketing costs of materials. There's a ton of reasons why the underinsurance problem is going to happen also. But as it's not a conspiracy theory, we're going to see lawsuits galore. And just like what happened when the insurance companies walked away, the people that are going to suffer the most are the consumers, because the lawyers are going to win because they're going to be paid for the lawsuits. The insurance companies are eventually going to settle, even if they are not liable. But the consumers are the ones that are going to be hardest hit through this entire thing. 100%.
So, Kaya, that is crazy because, like you just said, a lot of people have no homeowners insurance. I mean, sitting here processing that, I don't even know how people deal with that. So what help is there for people? I mean, that's heartbreaking.
It's devastating. It's absolutely catastrophic. And a lot of people, most people know that they got dropped, but there's a lot of people that don't pay attention to things like this. And that's one of my wake-up calls to people right now. Even if you're not in these areas, or if you're in the surrounding areas. Just yesterday, the insurance commissioner, Laura, issued a press release saying that he is creating a moratorium on on carriers dropping people for fire for the next year. But that's a false sense of security, because you might not dropped from fire, but most people are underinsured. So what that literally means is you think you have coverage, but it doesn't cover the value of your home. So the reason that is because the valuations for insurance, they could be valued like 20 years ago or 30 years ago when regulations were different. And so unless your policy has a guaranteed replacement price and you have actually gone to the insurance company and said, this is the value of my home, chances are more likely than not, the valuation of your home in your policy is far below what you think it is. And not only that, when people go to rebuild, regulations have changed. So all of a sudden, your house was built under, these codes and these regulations from what 5, 10, 15 years ago. Now, when you go to rebuild, the cost to rebuild is completely different. And you're going to go rebuild while your whole neighborhood is trying to rebuild and a whole community is trying to rebuild. That means that the cost of labor and the cost of materials is going to skyrocket. So I can't understate the level of catastrophe that is coming. It's just beginning.
Yeah.